Well, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you hit that bell, hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that like button. Now, this has just been on my mind for the past week, and I decided to kind of talk about it. So, we got, like, who is your real friend? And Lil Wayne, it's definite he has a real friend in Rick Ross. Because Rick Ross, Lil Wayne's helped a lot of rappers, whether it be a feature or just, you know, hanging around him at his height, you know, like he's had a huge influence on a lot of rappers today. He helped a lot of rappers' careers. Rick Ross being one of them. I mean, Rick Ross already had a career, but like, you know, just Lil Wayne working with you and having that camaraderie is a lot. Look at Khaled, a bunch of other people. I'm not trying to single too many people out, okay? Because you've had Drake and Nicki Minaj who owe their careers to Wayne because he stamped them and put them out there like that and signed them to Young Money. And, you know, they have made it very clear that wherever Wayne goes, they're going. Drake said it on stage. Nicki has said it indirectly just by spending more time with Wayne now and not really hanging out with Birdman that much. Now, Birdman owes the second leg of Cash Money's whole life to Wayne because, you know, of course, Birdman put Wayne on, you know, and you had Juvenile, BG, Turk, Manny Fresh, everybody in the beginning of Cash Money, right? But then eventually all those guys left, and Lil Wayne stuck around, got better, and then became the biggest rapper on Cash Money, and pretty much one of the only rappers on Cash Money when, you know, it was Birdman, Wayne, Manny Fresh, and he eventually left. And then Wayne brought in Drake, Tyga, Nicki Minaj, you know, the whole Young Money movement, and just shot Cash Money to the top again. So Cash Money stuck around for 20 plus years now because of Lil Wayne. You know, he made Birdman and them so much money. Now, Birdman's responsible for paying Lil Wayne, and Lil Wayne has now done his finances and realized that he's being underpaid, you know? So Rick Ross spoke up for Lil Wayne. You know, he's wearing that beef on his back, and that's a real friend. But there's a lot of other rappers that benefited from Lil Wayne, right? That are silent in this situation. Like the one that I think about most recently, and I can't really fault this person because I don't know the situation. You know, it's kind of weird to me. Like Rick Ross, he's not signed to Wayne or anything. He has no reason to make a whole track about Birdman and, you know, call him out for what he did to Khaled and Wayne. He could easily just not do that, right? Now, some of you might say he's doing it for, like, the attention on the album, but still, you're taking on a beef that you don't have to take on, right? And he called out Birdman because, you know, it's not right. Like, we stick up for all these injustices out here, right? It's an injustice that Birdman is not paying Wayne all his money as well. Like, especially for people in the music industry that can relate to that. Imagine if your label wasn't paying you all your money, you know, and, you know, it helps to have that support. You know, the more pressure you put on that person to get what's just due, the faster it happens because people cave under pressure, you know? So, like, what about 2 Chainz? 2 Chainz just did an album with Wayne 2 years ago or a year ago, and Wayne didn't have to do that. And basically, that really helped 2 Chainz at the time when he was kind of stagnating in his career, you know, at that moment, you know? But I don't hear him speak about it at all, the thing with Birdman. Now, you know, it is safe to stay out of it, and he probably does feel like he owes a little bit of his career to Birdman, too, because Birdman embraced him at times and gave him game. But, you know, Wayne showed to be your friend. You know, Wayne's embraced 2 Chainz since the beginning of his career, you know. Just think about other rappers, man. I mean, just anybody he's done features with that weren't really hot, and he accepted the feature. I'm sure he got paid for it, but, you know, he still has to do the feature. I'm just, and that's just one example, and I can't put it all on 2 Chainz because I don't know the reason why he would stay out of it, you know. But, you know, there has to be a point where people speak up, and because we have to set an example at the same time that Birdman, you know, you got to be a responsible CEO. I mean, think about it. Going beyond this whole beef, right? Let's think about just how J.P. Morgan and all these other big financial firms, they never got punished for destroying the financial system in 2007 when, you know, we had a slight depression. They didn't get punished. You know, people need to be held accountable, like these higher ups, you know, because it sets a bad example. They just get away with it. Anyways, I've been not paid before in the music industry, and, you know, you feel helpless sometimes, but, you know, and like, I think it needs to be more of a topic of conversation. It was shocking, and you got a lot of support when you came out with Twitter, but people stopped talking about it. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think about this? Get in the comments below. I'm curious to see what you think. I mean, this has been years now. Birdman says he's going to make it right, and it didn't. He hasn't made it right yet, so he has to be held accountable. All right, guys. Well, make sure you hit the bell, hit the subscribe button.